Yay! Hey
What's up?
everyone! Welcome to our show. Woo!
Welcome back, my friend, to the show that never ends.
Yeah. Adam's ready to hide under his blanket.
Adam.
Yes, I am. I have it right here around me already.
Because today
have
we're
my
going to be talking.
my flashlight.
Oh yeah. There you go. Now you kind of look like ET
The
phone home,
flashlight.
but yeah, he's
I'll be
like take
right here.
She said, "E.T. phone home."
We're going to be talking about scary movies today. That's why Adam's hiding. Yeah, and our favorite ones to watch, especially this time of year. We're getting ready for Halloween, spooky season. I don't know if anybody out there is going to be throwing some Halloween parties. I know I am. My husband and I, we usually throw an annual Halloween party each year at our house. So we're just getting ready for that. Just to throw something out there, last year we played some funny scary movies. We watched the first one we watched. I liked. It was the Five Nights at Freddy's. There goes Adam. He'll come back. Once he comes back, I'll pop him back in. But we watched Five Nights. Is it Five Nights of Freddy? I don't know. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Right.
Yeah, and I have I don't know if you guys play video games or anything like that, but on Steam they had Five Nights at Freddy's that you could play, and it just reminded me of like the good old times at like Chuck E. Cheese or um, Showbiz Pizza, if you guys are familiar with that. Prior to Chuck E. Cheese and all that. I'm a big time animatronic lover. I love animatronics just because I grew up with animatronics.
Right.
And it's sad to see that Chuck E. Cheese has gotten rid of all their animatronics, and you can't get the animatronics because they're told to destroy them. Yeah,
They could like auction those off and make millions and open a brand new Showbiz.
Yeah.
What's up, David? I see you out there. Smoky Wisdom Tarot in the house.
But I wish, I don't know. It would be so cool to buy some. I know some folks were able to collect some of the animatronics from Showbiz Pizza and from Chuck E. Cheese, and they'll have like little museums where you can go check them out, that kind of thing. And I always watch like people's YouTube channels with their animatronics and all that. But I just always pictured. So what are we talking about tonight? We're going to be talking about scary movies. And so I was talking about Five Nights at Freddy's because like last year we had a Halloween party where we played Five Nights at Freddy's because I think that's when it came out. It was around Halloween time. And I just love the whole, vibe of animatronics coming to life, because when you're a little kid and you're watching the animatronics and when the curtains close, I don't know if you guys did this, but I did. I would look under the curtain and I would just see them, with their eyes. Yeah. Or their eyes open. And I'm just like staring at them, waiting for them to just shift their eyes and look at me, like they're going to come to life and eat you. But yeah, I just loved it. It was freaky, and I just like freaky animatronics. And so we watched that first, and then the next movie we watched, which was ridiculous, was the Winnie the Pooh Blood Honey or Blood and Honey movie, and that was ridiculous. It's so funny.
Is it like worth the watch though? Because there's those cheesy movies, but you like Toxic
Yeah.
Avenger, but you gotta watch it, and it's a cult classic, and you look forward to watching it. Is that
Yeah.
one of those, or is
It's
it
one of those. It's one of
okay,
those.
cool.
Yeah, it's cheesy and just gory, fun to watch, kind of goofiness. It's they take Winnie the Pooh, the fun little innocent, um, childhood, book and TV show, and then they turn it into gore and like murdering you kind of thing. Because Christopher Robin left them
Oh,
all up in the woods, and they just lost their minds and ran out of food, and they're since Christopher Robin left them, they're seeking revenge, and yeah, it's funny.
Can you imagine the pitch, right? It's like, hey, I want to do a horror movie, but with Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
And they're all like, okay, what do you mean Winnie the Pooh? And they're all, well, he's going to go around killing everybody, and so is
yeah,
Eeyore. So let's do this.
yeah. They're
That's
like, excellent. Yeah. What are you gonna say,
I
Adam?
wonder how many. I wonder how many times it got laughed at. Like, that sounds stupid. Take that someplace else.
Oh
No.
no,
And
And then he finally got the right.
A24.
no. I think they latched on. They probably latched on and be like, good idea.
Let's do it.
Like,
A24, Lion Gate.
Huh?
Katherine, what do you remember that? What was that? Remember when we were all in Jefferson and we were watching? They had on the TV downstairs some Halloween movie. We never did figure that one out, did we?
There was a scary movie downstairs in the Jefferson.
Yeah, I think it was on AMC. That they were putting it on a AMC channel, like because you know how AMC always plays scary movies on Halloween. Is it AMC? Well, anyways, but yeah, they were playing a Halloween movie, and I think we're all like trying to figure out like what in the world this movie is, and I don't think we ever did.
Yeah. I don't. Uh-oh. Adam's Wi-Fi keeps checking out.
Kicking
But
him
I
out.
don't. Yeah. But I don't remember what movie that was or what it was all about because that was a while ago. David said the first Nightmare on Elm Street was the scariest. After that, it became funnier. All the one-liners. Yes, I loved Nightmare on Elm Street. I love Freddy Krueger. I mean, his whole get up, like the way he looks and everything. Yeah, and then
Yeah, that was scary. And before then we saw what, like Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Wolfman, and this one was like totally different because
yeah,
it had the scars. It was a little more gross than what we were used to seeing.
yeah,
It was
because
just
he was burnt.
he
Yeah,
was all burned up, scarred up, and then the knives. It's like we've never seen this before. What is this?
yeah. And what's the deal with him? What's his story? I kind of like learning about their backstories too, like what made them turn and become who they are.
Right.
Yeah. And then I like his one-liners, and all that. It makes it kind of, funny. There's like a little bit of funniness there. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's good to have that because there's those movies you watch and you have to watch something pretty after you see that because
Oh, yeah.
you're kind of scared. Even at my age, I'm like, uh-oh, I need to watch like something, I Love Lucy or something because I'm scared.
Yeah,
I am
and you
scared.
don't wanna go to sleep because then you think you're gonna, be dreaming about Freddy.
Right. He's gonna come get me.
Yeah. But I liked the whole backstory with, Nightmare on Elm Street and
Yeah, the
how
first one was great. That whole little song, 1, 2,
and how
Freddy.
the kids are the descendants of the family that killed Freddy. So that's why he's going after them.
Right.
Yeah. I like the whole, Yeah, I like the whole storyline when it has a good backstory.
And it's crazy because we all sleep, we all go to sleep, we all dream. So you're not safe because you can't just wake up. You can't wake yourself up. So
Yes,
it's
it plays on
real
that.
and scary, real scary. No, I'm just kidding. But it's I like that one scene, and I think it's is it Tracy, right? Is that the girl's name? The main girl, Tracy, or
um, no, I can't remember.
but she was
Nancy.
Nancy. She was asleep, I think, at school, and then you see the body bag and that her friends in it, and they're dragging it
Yes.
out. That was a trip. That
Yeah.
was a trip.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. And also to bring up so I have two movies that were kind of from my childhood because you guys don't know, but I am a child of the 90s. Not that far long ago. Uh, but there was two movies that came out in 1999. I think they're both remakes, I believe. But the first one that I want to talk about that just stuck to me is The Haunting. The
Ooh.
1999 The Haunting with Lime
Oh
Neeson
yeah.
and Catherine Zeta-Jones, and I think her name was Lily Taylor or something like that. Yeah, where basically um, all these folks suffer from insomnia or some sort of sleep disorder, and so uh, Liam Neeson, who is the doctor, Dr. Marrow, he wants to bring them all to this house to do a sleep study. But really, what he's doing is he's wanting to study their psychological response to fear instead. And so he sets it up, to scare them and stuff like that. Um, but what he doesn't know is that the place is actually haunted by uh, Mr. Crane or Kane. I can't remember exactly what the spirit's name is, but basically he was some sort of tycoon, and him and his wife tried to have kids, but all of them ended up being stillborn. And so he come to find out, Eleanor, they all find out that Kane um, had a bunch of kids, like orphans, stay with him, and he murdered them and placed their bodies underneath the fireplace.
Right.
And it's a big old haunted house, and it kind of reminds me of, like, if you ever watched Rose Red or Hill House. It's like one of those big old mansions.
Right.
And I just loved, I know it wasn't like back in the day when the movie came out, it didn't do great. People didn't really like it. The response wasn't really good, but it always stuck with me, just the storyline and then just all the details of the house. I have some pictures. I mean, you guys can Google it. Um, but let's see. I'm gonna bring up some pictures on my screen of The Haunting. So, share. I had to open it up. Here we go.
And I think you're right. I think it was a remake, but I'm not sure either. And look, a young Owen Wilson.
Yeah. So all three of them suffer from like some sort of sleep disorder. And so Dr. Marrow is trying to, you know, solve their sleep disorder, but really what he's trying to do is, like I said, he wants to study their response to fear in this setting. And what he doesn't know is that the house is actually haunted, but like the whole place is beautiful. There's like these children's faces in the bed, but what Eleanor finds out is that she's actually related to, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm telling y'all the whole story, but she's actually related to the spirit Cain, his second wife, Carolyn. And so she ends up finding like a painting of a woman that looks like her because it's like her great great grandma or something like that.
Right.
And these children, um, their spirits still haunt the place too. So the orphans that he murdered still haunt the place. And so, she ends up saving everyone except for some of them die. But anyway, uh, but the place is so pretty and it's a really good backstory. And I just really, the visual effects and just the whole like mystery of the place. My favorite type of scary movies is the ones that have like mysteries in them. Not really necessarily the gore. I love slasher movies. Those are just fun to watch. But what I really enjoy and what really sticks to me is the mystery ones. So this is like around the time, you have Rose Red out, you have this movie out, and then there's another movie that came out in 1999 that I really enjoyed too, and that is House on Haunted Hill. And that's definitely a remake. It's from Vincent Price's original movie. And if you haven't seen House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price, then you should watch that one first. Same thing with House of Wax with Vincent Price. Those are my favorite. But I really do like the remake too because of the visual effects and just because of the whole play of House on Haunted Hill, the 1999 version. I really liked that one because it takes place in an insane asylum, and you don't know that's an insane asylum. Um, so basically, another tycoon, a roller coaster tycoon named Stephen Price, who kind of looks like Vincent Price,
Mm.
which is kind of funny. He invites he's making like a party list for his wife who is estranged that hates him. They both hate each other's guts. I don't know. Uh, and so he's trying to make like a party list and um and and he wants to basically invite these folks over and say, um, if you survive the night in this house, you'll get $1 million. And so he likes to play tricks and prank folks. And the goal is to try and get as many people out of the house and that they don't get the $1 million. But he just wants to scare them. That's it.
Right.
Him and his wife are in on it to try and scare these folks or whatever. But what they don't know is that it actually is haunted and people actually start dying. And so um, him and his wife are thinking that either one or the other is doing this to these folks and actually killing them. So they're like bickering and going head to head because these people are dropping like flies for real. And so they think like one of you know one of them is behind it all
Right.
and is actually killing these folks. But it's actually here. I'm gonna bring up some pictures of this one too. But it's actually the spirits that haunt the place, and it's Dr. Vannicut, who is played by Jeffrey Combs, who was in Reanimator. He is the actual doctor of, um, he's the guy. Basically, in this insane asylum, they did horrible experiments. It basically plays off of a lot of these other real life insane asylums that we have here in America, where they did horrible experiments on these folks that, were deemed mentally insane. It plays off of that. Um, and basically things like this place is very scary looking and huge, the insane asylum, and it used to be like a housing, um, there used to be like apartments or something like that inside of this insane asylum. But it ended up being abandoned because stuff was going on there. And so um, when the what is his name? Stephen Price, who is played by, what is his name? Barbosa, Captain Barbosa. Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
yeah, he's played by Captain Barbosa, and
Does he come out on Shaun of the Dead too, right?
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is his name? But anyways, um, yeah. Well, when he invites these folks over to this abandoned insane asylum, he doesn't realize that it's actually haunted. And basically, what happens is the guest list that's supposed to be his wife's friends ends up being changed by the insane asylum. They rewrote it to all these different people that she doesn't know. But he continues on with the, you'll win $1 million if go through, if you're able to make it through the night. And so they stay, but what happens is the house locks them in, like all the windows get shut. And so they're trying to find the power source in order to get the windows back open and the doors unlocked and all that stuff. Well, this lady travels down to the basement because she's also, trying to figure out where it is, and she stumbles across a surgery that's going on. And she can only see it through her camcorder, the surgery that's happening down in the basement. But when she looks up, there's no one there. And so it's really freaky. And I just love these like shots where like, because it's like, if you're a paranormal investigator, this is kind of stuff that you would like freak out over if you did see
You would
this.
love to see.
You would love to see, but not really. Because if you see this, who knows? They may be
Run.
coming at you with their little, knives and stuff. But anyway,
Scalpel.
yeah, cut you open, you'll be next. But this is the kind of stuff I think about. Anyway, but she's going down in the basement and she can see all these like experiments, and it's like the body museum down there before the body museum even came out.
Ooh.
And so something happens to her. But this is, Captain Barbosa. But he looks kind of like Vincent Price. I don't think it was intentional, but yeah, kind of. But there's like a lot of throwbacks to the original in the movie. And so,
So watch them both. I get you.
yeah, I don't know. I just really liked it because the creepiness, the CGI is kind of funky, but I don't know. I just love the whole storyline, and um and just the way it looks in the basement. I just love the way it looks in the basement and how big these places are, with like the haunting, with the insane asylum, and the backstory about them finding out that it's an actual insane asylum. And
Right.
I just like that. I like the mystery stuff, and then them solving the mystery and figuring out how these people died in here and why their spirits are trapped in these places. That's my favorite type of horror movie.
Yeah, kind of like it reminded me of
Johnny.
13 Ghosts. Johnny?
Yes. I think somebody, I wonder if, I think the producer or somebody was a part of the 13th Ghosts too.
And that one I think was that one a remake too, or was it a totally different movie, The 13 Ghosts?
I don't know. I don't think that was a remake. I don't think. What Lies Beneath. Oh yeah.
That one was good.
Yeah.
Anything with Harrison Ford.
Yeah. But I love 13th Ghost too. I liked their stories, the way each spirit looks, and their little short backstory. I wish there was more of a story to all of them and how they were captured and stuff. But leave that up to the imagination, because sometimes if you have their backstories, it may not end up being turning out good. Yeah. But I also love Candyman.
Oh, the original.
Yeah, I love the original Candyman. I think he was perfect. Played the perfect Candyman. I love the
Candyman.
music. Bloody. It was based off like Bloody Mary. How you say his name 3 times. Same thing with
Right.
Bloody Mary. You say her name 3 times. You get slashed in the bathroom. But yeah, I liked the
And he
story.
always plays that guy, that just creepy guy. I love all
His
the Final
voice.
Destinations.
Oh
I like
yes.
all of those, and he's like death, like death. For me, he's death. I know he's not, but you see him everywhere. He's like the coroner or something, right? He's taking him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I love those.
Poetic kind of thing too.
Yeah, the second one is my favorite. Final Destination. The second one,
Oh yeah.
the one like now we're all scared to drive behind a bunch of logs on the
Yes.
road.
Yeah, everyone thinks about that. Yeah.
I just and I love all of them. I never got like, oh, I that didn't happen. Saw a little bit. A little bit. I'll still watch all the Saws. Like a new one comes out, I saw Spiral, I'll just keep going.
Yes. Tony
Hello.
Todd. Yeah.
But I want to see what happens. Just like you said, I want to see what happens. I want to see how they die because it ain't gonna be good.
Yeah.
You know. So and when I saw Final Destination, I
Oh
really
no. Hey.
was that I really didn't number one was all right. But number two, again, like I said, because of the way it showed you it all connected. Like, okay, they died this way in a fiery whatever. And then when
Yeah.
they died, it was like, oh, that's crazy. And you're just waiting. You're waiting. Like the guy that wins the lottery, and you're just waiting for something to happen to him because so many different things are happening in his apartment. Right? Like there's a fire, a grease fire, his hand stuck in the drain, all this stuff, so the
Yes.
microwave.
Yeah.
And then he thinks he got through it, and something happens, and you're like, oh god dog. But it's just that anticipation, like which one is it? Which one? No, your hand in the drain? Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell
Why does it
no.
have to always be horrible?
Yes.
Gosh.
But yeah, so those are always my favorite. Like that, like you said, with that back, it has a story to it. It's not just bam bam, you're here, you're dead. It's just like, oh, it keeps going. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you build character and you build those storylines, it makes you more connected to the characters and to
Yeah, you
see
feel
what it
bad.
did. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it makes you, feel extra bad.
Yeah, but then there's the ones that are jerks, and you're like, yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It should have
True.
been worse.
Or they're too dumb or something. Don't care. They're getting it on, in the bunk bed, like, freaking, I don't know, Friday 13th or something,
Yeah.
and camp counselors, I don't know, the kids doing it and all that stuff, and I'm just like, whatever. Y'all shouldn't have
Yeah.
been doing it.
Yeah. And you should have been paying attention to the kids.
Yeah, yeah, in the first place. No, they're always doing it in those
Always.
slasher ones. Yeah,
Especially in them 80s.
yeah, it's all about doing it.
Are you scared yet, Adam?
I know for sure I'm going to be watching some Looney Tunes later on. So,
Oh my god. Yeah.
but I will say, with y'all like suggesting different, y'all and others suggesting different movies to watch. I'm building up my
Yeah.
credibility of watching horror movies, scary movies, different movies like that. Like Maddy, how you suggested last year to watch Jaws, and I watched it last year, and that's still my favorite scene. We're gonna need a bigger boat, and I do plan on watching it. Since it's October again, I do want to watch Jaws again, And I do want to watch the other one that you told me about, Maddie. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Oh, that's great. Yes, that's a great film. You're gonna
Yeah.
love it because it's not. You'll laugh and you get the Universal monsters and yeah.
Yeah, and I do want to make that you know, just like other people do, watch certain movies, certain time of the year. So I bet I can still meet Frankenstein. Definitely keep on going with it.
Yes, and Jaws is one of my favorites too. And I've watched it a million times. And recently, I'm watching this movie, and I'm like, man, this was new to them at that time. Can you imagine there? And there's your animatronic shark, right? Can
Yeah.
you imagine you're at the movies, you've never seen anything like this before, and you see this because you don't see Jaws, right? You don't see him, you just hear the music. And then when you finally see him, he's ginormous. And I know that's what they were going for, but think about the people who had never seen, we're desensitized, Yeah,
Yeah.
for us, it has to be
Definitely.
bloodier. It has to be because we're already seeing what we've seen. So these, here comes this big shark, and it's just like, wow, what were those people thinking? What was there? Did they like go back, or were they just like, what the hell? Because to me, that Jaws looks real until
It
he's
does.
on his whole
Yeah.
body's there. But when he's just like that, it's just awesome. It's just an awesome movie. But I find myself doing that more and more now. It was like, wow, when they're older movies,
Mhm.
because like the haunting, I remember watching that one. um and it was scary. Now we can watch it and we're not as scared, but it's still a
Yeah.
good movie. It's still a good story. And
Yeah.
you have the girl brushing her hair, but the hair doesn't go straight down, it kind of
Yeah.
opens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was just
The
like, oh,
children. The
you
children
know
were playing with her hair. Yeah. Because
yeah.
they liked Eleanor. Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
and that
Mhm.
was so great because again, it was something we hadn't seen before. So
Yeah.
I guess it's all about trying to show
Right.
us something different, right?
Yeah. And when uh for Vincent Price, when they brought out House on Haunted Hill and the skeleton scene in there, they actually used an actual skeleton in the theaters and had it come out at people in the movie theater while they're watching the movie. And I just think that's a great idea. We should do that more often. We should have things pop out at people in the movie theater, just like Universal Studios. They had the Jaws ride at Universal Studios. Now it's not there anymore, but they did, and they had the animatronic shark, come out at people while you're riding the boat. And I just think that's so much fun. Like, I love immersive. That's why I love going to Universal Studios and Disney World and all that stuff, because they mess with your senses. They'll throw in scents in there. They'll throw animatronics in there. They'll blow on you, all sorts of stuff. And I just love the full immersive experience. And
Right.
I noticed that some movie theaters are bringing in ride seats where you can just, it's
Yeah, move
throwing you
around
around.
with it. Like in Twister,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
you're the cow.
I just love that. I love the whole. I think I knocked down one of my masks. Um, I'm backing up to pick it up because I hit my desk and I was knocking over things. So yeah, um, but yeah,
After like a job a job I had before, this must have been like almost 20 years ago. The boss was saying that like he remembers when he went to go watch the original Exorcist movie, and he
yes,
was saying like people were walking out halfway through the movie that they couldn't take it, that
throwing
it
up.
was too freaky, throwing up. It was too freaky for them. And they were
Yeah,
like, nope, adios. And they left the theater halfway through the movie, three-quarters of the way. And they're like, nope, see ya.
Right.
And I tell you what, if I would have been around that time, I would have been the first one leading those people out of there. Let's go, y'all. Let's go watch Garfield or something. Because
I'd be back there. Woo! I'd be cheering. I'd be the guy in the back. There's a picture of a guy in the back smiling. That would be me.
right?
I'd be the one smiling in the back while everybody else is freaking out.
running for their life.
Yep,
Yeah.
that would be me. Like, let's go, people.
Yeah,
That's all me. Let's go.
that reminds me at Universal, they're making a new Universal like monsters like land, and they're gonna
Ooh.
have their first like super scary ride back there, and they're gonna have animatronics like the Wolfman or Dracula and stuff like that, and they're gonna have the if you guys have ever seen, you don't necessarily have to be on the ride, you can look it up on YouTube, but in the Wizarding World, they have, in the castle in Hogwarts, they have the claw arm seats. So it's an arm that raises up, and you're sitting in the seats, and it takes you around and stuff like that. And it has animatronics like a dragon blow at you and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I recommend, if you guys if you ever go to Universal, I love Harry Potter, but check out the Wizarding World. But they're doing the same kind of concept um, in Universal Studios, where it's going to be Dracula and all that, and um, Frankenstein's daughter, uh,
Mhm.
or something like that, is taking over, and she's trying to. I forget exactly what she's trying to do with all the different Universal monsters, but they're making it super scary and very immersive, where you could have bats, like it feels like bats are flying by you, and things being blown in your hair and stuff like that. And I just can't wait to ride that.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, and so I'm like really looking forward to that because I love Universal monsters, um, and just watching all those, and
And
I
it's
just can't wait.
funny
We need more stuff like that.
how long that those have lasted, right? I mean, you could still watch those today and be so entertained. And then, like, Adam's gonna see the Abbott and Costello, and it's like, yeah, because those are the monsters that are in there, and it just you see kids wearing Creature from the Black Lagoon t-shirts, and it's like, wow, Frankenstein's
Right.
daughter.
I was married to her years ago.
Hey.
But
Yeah.
I did see, like, Joe West. She recommended the movie Stir of Echoes,
Oh, yes.
and I've never heard of it. I never before she mentioned had never heard of it. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And watching it, the first 5 minutes watching it, and the scene at the beginning. Have y'all both seen it?
Yes.
I'm
Well, I have. I'm not sure.
I don't
Cat
Okay,
think I
has.
have.
I don't want to give too much out, but at the beginning where he's and that where she is hypnotizing him, and he's on that chair floating through the air to the movie theater. So I'm like, Joe West, what are you having me watch? Up until that part, and I was okay after that part for the simple fact that, okay, you know what? I've seen Eraserhead like 6, 7 times.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
should be fine with this movie. And from that point on, I was okay. Just for the simple fact that I have seen Eraserhead, I was cool. Good movie though. Stir Records. I
Yeah.
liked it. Stir Records.
Yeah, that had a good story to it also. You get a little mystery in that one as well, Kat.
Okay, cool. Then I'll have to
Yeah.
check out that one because I do love a good mystery.
I think it was 98, 97, 99, somewhere around along that line. But I suggest, like,
It's 99.
don't, yes, I suggest don't look into it. Don't read anything about it. Just watch it. Because, like Maddie said, it is like a mystery. You have to, like, figure out what's going on. And
What's
hey,
up,
Sean,
Yeah.
Tron?
Everybody's like, it's a badass movie. So, well,
it
shoot.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the movie of the night. What lies beneath. I recently saw there's so many new ones that are coming out, and
Yes.
um,
Nosferatu.
I saw woo
want to see that.
I just saw that this week. And
Which
I
one?
didn't watch. I haven't said it yet.
Oh, okay.
I didn't watch previews. I just kept hearing long legs, long legs. I'm like, what the hell is this? Is this about a daddy long legs? What is it about?
A spider.
So I find, yeah, exactly. So I don't watch anything on it. I get it. I watch it, and I'm like Adam, what the hell is this? And it is crazy. I mean, I think you would like it, Katherine. I really do. I feel you
I
would.
like spiders.
But it's not a spider.
Oh, is
But
it
I don't
Slender
wanna-
Man? I like Slender Man.
it was just a weird, and it does have a backstory to it in the end. At the end it
Yeah.
has something, but it just really messed with my head, and it was one of those movies that you can't stop thinking about.
I like those.
Yeah, you can't
I like
stop
thinker movies. Thinker, make you think.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, like I said, I didn't know what I was in for. And then one of the characters in there, and you're gonna freak out when you see the way this person looks in this movie. 'Cause you'll know the voice, but when you see the face, you're like, what? Because they put so much on his face.
Ooh, I like prosthetics.
Yeah. So you don't even recognize him. And
I like doing that to myself.
he's talking, right? And he says something about you can always talk to the man downstairs, right? And I'm all like, oh, dude, what the hell is he talking about? Because they're trying to figure out. It also has a little mystery in it. Who's long legs, and why is he doing what he's doing, and how is he doing it? Is another thing. And so the next morning I wake up and I'm taking a shower. I do my best thinking in the shower, right? And I said, the man downstairs. Oh, because we called God the man upstairs.
Oh.
So the man downstairs, I was all like, why am I barely thinking of this right now?
Mr. Morningstar downstairs. Lucifer.
Woo! So if you get a chance, guys, watch it. Adam, I don't know if you'll like it as much. I love you.
Well, one question. Oh, sorry, Katherine.
Oh, no.
Just one little itty bitty tiny question without giving away too much. Is there gore in it?
One scene is really gory, but the rest of it is just a mind F,
I like
mind
those.
F. Yeah.
I like messing with your mind.
Yeah.
Those are the good ones.
Definitely. So long legs. Check it out.
That's what it's called. Long legs. Oh, okay.
Woo.
I'm gonna write this down. Yeah, I like those movies. A lot of people don't like movies that make you think. I don't know why. It's probably because they make you think, and you don't want to think when you're going to the movies. You just want to sit there and watch. But you got to get your brain power, brain moving, and it's like doing those. Oh no, I'm not going to say that. I was supposed to say kegels, but it's
for your brain. Sometimes I think that is where my brain is.
I know. Oh God, Adam's like, what are you
doing
talking
the what?
about?
Doing the what?
Kegels.
We'll tell you after the show, Adam.
Yeah, just Google
Oh,
it.
giggling.
Georgie.
Oh,
And hey, George. And
No.
Katherine, you
Yeah.
should notice. You should notice by now. Being with the team all these years, I'm used to the female side of conversations,
Sometimes
And-
worse
All
than what
of
the
that.
guys talk about.
and most of the things that y'all talk about, I've already heard or
Yeah,
been
no, I
around.
know.
or-
I'm just messing.
Kegels. Do you know
Yeah.
what those are?
Message me after the show.
That's the word she said. Adam.
Yeah, but no, but seriously, it's like long legs think Silence of the Lambs, but it's not like Silence of the Lambs. Okay. That's another good movie though, Silence of the Lambs.
Um, I will say I've heard that they stopped like the plan with like that they were remaking like the MonsterVerse, Dracula, and all them, and
Yeah.
all the works, which is a kick to the head because I freaking really liked that Dracula Untold movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like this movie a lot, and I was very very disappointed with that Mummy remake with Tom
Oh,
Cruise. I mean,
yeah.
not so much with Tom Cruise. It's just the fact that they
I
had
like
that
that girl
dude.
though.
Yes,
She's
but they had
hot.
that dude. She is. But they had that dude
Yes.
cracking jokes during the entire movie. It's like, okay, this guy killed it for me.
Good
Good
night,
night, Johnny.
Johnny.
Good night, Johnny. But yeah, this guy. And then I liked. What was that other one that they made? Was it the same? Was it the Mummy? Well, anyways, they had Russell Crowe playing Dr. Jekyll. The reference to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is really cool. I like this direction where it's going. But then, like I said, that one dude that was like Tom Cruise's buddy in the movie kept cracking jokes, trying to be funny. It's like, okay, this guy killed the movie for me, like big time.
Aw,
Yeah.
dude.
I noticed though, like a lot of movies nowadays, they try to put funny stuff in it now. They try to put fun. I don't know why they're doing that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not everything needs to be funny.
I'll tell you, long legs ain't funny.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Not everything needs to be funny. Come on, guys. Yeah. Another one of my favorites, it's not really scary, but it's more like a gothic romance. I do love me some Bram Stoker Dracula.
Oh, yeah.
Bram Stoker's Dracula. I just love how Gary Oldman played Dracula in that movie. Very dapper, very demure. Very
Yeah.
Oh God, had to throw it. Gotta keep that. Anyways,
But
um, I just love the music, the very, gothic, sexy, scary music going on, and then the outfits and yeah.
yeah, and the time period and like the movie 300, it had that tint of like yellow throughout the movie. I feel like this one
Yes.
had that tint of gray kind of, and it made it look
Hey,
so
Alex.
vintage. Was it?
Yes. Yeah, I just absolutely love that movie. And guys with long hair.
That's her thing. Glenn, where you at?
Yeah, Glenn did have long hair, long, straight, beautiful hair. He looked like, I'm sorry, guys, I'm gonna just throw it out here. He looked like Native American.
He did. He is,
Yeah.
right?
He's Aztec.
You see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Mexico. Yeah,
But I
don't know.
really did. I thought the same thing. He was native. Yeah.
Yeah. People are saying how we look like Jacob and Bella from Twilight. Oh, jeez. But yeah, no, I don't know. I just loved that, and I don't know. I just loved the whole story, and he still was. He showed that Dracula had empathy. He didn't really want to change her and stuff like that. He still loved his wife. But she killed herself because she thought that he died.
Right.
But that wasn't the case. They lied to her, and so she threw herself into the water and stuff. And then him coming. I don't, I don't know. I just like the whole, romantic, love never dies kind of thing going on. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
And what did you say? I've traveled through time to get
Yeah,
to be
traveled
with
through oceans.
you.
Yeah,
Oceans of time. Yeah.
yeah. Sweeney Todd was good. Aw. Yeah, same here. I usually I'm not a big musical person either, but I did like that one a lot. Yeah.
What that's why I like the end for Dracula Untold. Like, you know how it said,
I'm gonna write
he
that
lives
down.
all these years, and he. What you're gonna write down?
Oh, sorry, Shape of Water.
Okay,
I'm writing these down.
Yeah,
that's
that is Shape of Water is really good.
that's just creepy movie. But yeah, Dracula Untold, because I like how at the end, like it's already present time, and he sees that girl that reminds him of his wife, and he goes up to her and he talks to her, and then like the thing that got me like more excited was at the end how like that the I guess he's like the vampire that turned him into a vampire. Like he's there, he's like, let the games begin, and then he like walks off and like, yay, we can get this started, And then I don't know, if they're gonna make another one or, but
Right.
like I said, I am a big fan of Dracula Untold. I know some people thought it was crap, but I like it
I
a lot.
loved it. I loved how he would bust into bats.
Me too. Me too. So I mean, just so many cool things about it, and yeah, gotta watch. Man, it's been. I think I watched it last year, but time to watch it again.
Yeah.
Yep. It's always time to watch it again, brother.
Yeah. Another good one is, Trick or Treat, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam is always good to watch this time of year too. I loved Sam. He's so cute, little pumpkin head alien looking dude. He's so cute. I give him like a little hug. He's just so cute.
But it's
Take your hood off. Let me see your face. You just look so squeeze those cheeks.
werewolf girls and all. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, I like the werewolf girls. Them all dressed up and stuff. You think they're just like, just teenagers getting ready for Halloween, about to go to a party and stuff. But no, what bam! They're gonna eat you.
They sexy, but
You
they
got
gonna eat you.
Yeah, you guys better watch out. Yeah. I liked all those little mini series that they had in there, and
Yes, because it went, all the different things. It went from here to there, and then he gave that little boy some. He started throwing up. It was just crazy.
yeah, wasn't he like the principal or something? And like, yeah, he was gonna poison and kill him, or he did, or whatever. Yeah, and
Yeah.
dug him up, and then his son comes home, and yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but it was good. It was really good. I like that one too.
yeah. That one's a good one to watch, like on Halloween and stuff like that, because it's Halloween themed.
Yeah. Have you seen Thanksgiving? Have you guys seen
I
Thanksgiving?
haven't yet, but
Woo!
I have
That's another one I had to
the
take a
list.
breath. It's really good. I liked it. One of the fun facts that my friend had told me about was do you guys remember when Grindhouse made those two movies, and it was like Death Proof and Planet
Yes.
Earth? Well, you remember how they had fake trailers? Well,
Yeah.
one of the fake trailers was Thanksgiving. I never put it together. And so a lot of they show you the trailer during the Grindhouse movies. And so they made a whole movie out of it. And there's a bunch of parts from the trailer that are in the movie. And it's like, oh, there's a trampoline scene that is horrible, especially if you're a chick. And it's just so. I mean, I'd be bad for a guy too, but whoo, talk about a kegel, man. It's like, ooh.
Somebody do the splits and hit the wrong thing.
Girl.
Oh no.
But it was a cool movie, and it's one of those whodunit kind of things.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
I'm sure some people can figure out who it was, but it's, I liked watching. I didn't know who it was. And I just thought it was really cool how they did that.
This is a Christmas one. The Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I remember that.
Yeah. Another one of those slasher ones for the holidays.
But
We're starting to move out of Halloween. We're moving to Thanksgiving and then to Christmas.
But you but you can watch those during Halloween, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
true.
cool.
Yeah, because it's coming up next.
Ooh,
which one? Which is that the same one you mentioned, Maddie, to watch last year with the Santa Claus?
that one was Violent Night.
Right, there we
Violent
go.
Night.
That's right. That's right. That's it.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was a different movie. So
I want to watch that right now.
And Krampus. Krampus
Oh,
is fun too.
yeah.
I think
With
it would
all
be
those.
so cool to be in a Krampus parade. Where's that? Like over by Germany. Yeah, they have like Krampus. People dress up every year as Krampus. They make their own little masks, and not little, they're huge, but like their own costumes, and then they get their little whips and stuff like that and go around in the parade and scare folks and whip the kids and try to throw them in the basket. And
I do that already. Maybe I'm
there you
Krampus.
go. It'd be fun to dress up and be a part of the parade, and then they're playing drums and all that. I'd just be dancing around and then
That
jumping
would
out at
that
folks.
would be cool. It's like Black Phillip walking around everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. I liked that movie, Witch.
Which,
Yeah, I really liked that one, and I love Black Phillip. I thought he was just so cute. I want a black goat.
An all black goat.
Yeah, but I love animals though.
Oh, yeah, but that was a devil girl.
No, I know, but not really.
I know you know.
But the actor wasn't. He was just a black goat.
He was a cute little goat.
He was just a cute black goat.
He
ornery.
was.
Probably a little
He looked
ornery.
soft.
A little ornery, probably. They can get a little ornery. But yeah.
He's soft.
But yeah, I liked that movie. I liked the Witch. And that brings me into like the other movies that I think that same producer made was like Hereditary, and also I think, did they make Midsummer?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Those were interesting. Midsummer will probably, stick with you a little bit too, because it's very light and bright, with this, I don't know where they're from, like a Swedish cult kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where, but because I can't remember, but that had a dark turn to it, a dark twist. I heard like some people say, if I don't know, I'm going to be spoiling things, so this is a big old spoiler, you know. So just fair warning if you haven't seen Midsummer, but when the guy was going to break up with his girlfriend, but he ended up going on the trip with her anyways, with his guy friend who set them up to go to this trip and all that. Well, I
Sorry.
oh no, I just I like how it had the foreshadowing where it showed the bear and stuff of a man in the bear suit or whatever, and how they're gonna put him in that burning pyramid thing that they had. Yeah, so it was a setup from the beginning, and they just used him.
Right.
But she didn't know that, and so they manipulated her into thinking that he wanted this, and he ended up getting raped and all that. And I was still surprised to hear that some people wanted him to die in that movie. Like, yeah, some people wanted him to, they thought he deserved to die or whatever, and they were happy for her.
Ooh.
And I was thinking to myself, are y'all really like paying attention to the movie? They manipulated him, they used him, and they set it up so that she could see what they were doing to him.
Oh.
But to make it look like that's what he wanted. He wanted to cheat on her and stuff, which wasn't the case, which made her angry and upset. But that's what they wanted so that she could accept her Mayflower role.
Oh
And I'm like,
hell.
"You guys don't see the deeper meaning in all this stuff? He did not deserve to die, in my opinion, in that bear suit and burn up and all that stuff. It was a setup. It's a setup. In
In
Star
that
Wars,
bear
in
suit.
what is it? In Star Wars, that alien dude, it's a trap!
It's
Yeah,
a trap.
it's a trap! Yeah. Where the crawdads sing is good too.
That
I
is a good
Oh,
movie.
I will say the book is way better than the movie.
oh, which one? Midsummer?
Where the crawdads sing.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay.
I will say
What, Sasu?
there's like two scenes where like the way they describe things in the book is great, but to actually see it in the movie with nature and the trees and the water, the way they show in the movie, it's like it's what you picture with what they describe in the book. But the book is way better, I think.
Oh, books are usually better than the movies, though, because there's only so much you can cram into a movie. So much detail and all that stuff that you can do in a 2-hour movie versus a book where it has like the full breakdown and you get an understanding of what these folks are thinking about. In the movie, you can only assume some things may not make sense in movies because you don't really know exactly what's going on, but it tells you in the book what was going on, so you get a better understanding. That kind of thing. So to me, I think books are usually always better than the movies. But
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and plus you're able to
Hey,
use your
Zelda.
own imagination, and you know,
Yes.
sometimes a movie doesn't, you're like, the dude didn't look like that in my head,
Mm.
or that didn't go down that way in my
Yeah, they'll
head, you
change it
know?
up. They'll change it
Yeah.
up too. Yeah.
Um, I will say, I mean, it's not really like a scary movie, but I've liked this movie a lot. That Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter,
Oh, yeah?
and I remember seeing the previews for it when it came out in theaters. I'm like, man, I still gotta go check that out. And I got so busy where I didn't watch it in the theater, and I watched it on DVD. I'm like, man, I'm so bummed out I didn't get to see it in the theater because I enjoyed this movie very, very much.
You know, that's a book too, Adam.
Mm, I've read, yeah, I've read it as well, and like the way like how the movie, how movies gonna have like they gotta defeat the bad guys, and I felt like I'm glad with the movie they went with in this route. I mean, some of the stuff that they had in the book, I wish they would have had, because how in the book the last thing you read is uh Henry, the guy that it's Abraham Lincoln and his buddy Henry, who's a vampire, who is that vampire, and so Henry turns Abraham Lincoln into a vampire. And the last thing you read in the book is that they're attending a speech by Martin Luther King.
Oh,
They're in the crowd, they're watching him talk, and then the book ends right there, which
Oh.
I thought was pretty cool because I mean, whether for the movie, whether it was showing them act that out or like another historical figure, or just something like a historical event happening. I wish they would have. I kind of wish they would have ended it like that with the way, except the way the movie ended. So
Yeah.
right, because he freed the slaves and then they end up at the Martin Luther King. So it kind of came. Yeah, that's cool. Imaginary. I haven't seen that yet, but I want to.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either. Is that with that bear?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
bear.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Some also some good ones, the Poltergeist movies. I really liked those,
Yeah.
especially with Kane. I know, like, I think it's the second Poltergeist or the third, I can't remember exactly, but, the guy who played Kane actually had cancer, and he thought that, It would be good for him to continue his role as Kane the way he looks, even though he was dying, because he knew that how he looks would play as an advantage of being scary, which, more power to him. But yeah, he played through until
Passed
yeah,
away. And I didn't know that. I mean, I knew he was
yeah,
sick, but I didn't know he wanted to use that as part of the character. That's
yeah,
crazy. That's cool.
yeah. And it's sad that she passed away too,
Right.
the little girl, because she had, I don't know if like intestines or something happened where she had to go in for surgery, and yeah, it's crazy. But I liked
She
the
had some kind of
story.
stomach.
Yeah. But I liked the story with the poltergeist of like all those new houses being built on top of uh those grave.
Indian burial. No, it wasn't Indian, right?
No,
It was
it
just
was
a
just
burial.
cemetery, but they didn't move
Right.
the bodies. They left them in there. They moved the headstones to a different location, but they didn't move the
Move the
bodies. So
body.
all the bodies got like
Ugh.
were floating in people's pools, and it was just crazy. Yeah, so no wonder their house was haunted. I'd be haunting that
Yeah.
one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved Poltergeist. That yeah. I have a theme here. I just love the paranormal scary movies.
Yeah, you do.
Those are just the best to me because it's a mystery. It's freaky, and most of the time they have a backstory as to what's going on. Woman in Black, I liked that one with
That one's
yeah. So it's and I just love the way she looks. I love the rocking chair. Like you can just hear it, and it's just freaky. Another good one is the ventriloquist one. What was
silent, dead
si-
silent.
Dead Silence?
Yeah.
Yes, I love the way she looked. She looked freaky dicky, and I just love that woman's face. And so, but yeah, she was a ventriloquist, and she ended up killing a little boy and turning him into a puppet. And so these people, yeah, it's a good one too. I like the story on that one, and has like a little twist in there. Another one with spirits and ghosts and stuff.
Right.
Others with Nicole Kidman, that one's a good one. That one has a twist in it too, because you just don't know. It's like The Sixth Sense.
Yes.
It's like The Sixth Sense. What's his face? Um, freaking
Bruce Willis?
yeah, Bruce.
Yeah.
The
Bruce
same
Willis.
thing. He doesn't know, and they don't know either. If you know, you know.
Right. And and I
Yeah,
was shocked, just like everybody else, that one. And the Nicole Kidman one. I was all like, wait, what the hell? On the
yeah,
others, that's the
yes.
way I was like, wait.
She
And then
thinks
they start
she
showing
thinks
you pieces, right? And it's like,
yeah,
holy hell.
yeah. You think it's haunted, but really,
Right. That's a great film.
sometimes we just gotta look at ourselves. Just look at ourselves.
Mm.
Look within us, see what's going on. Because sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's us.
Right. Sometimes it's us.
Yeah,
Message.
yeah. Sometimes it's us. This is why freaky things are happening because
The ghosts. Oh,
yeah.
dude, Abigail is amazing.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought I was in for a shit show, but I'm sorry. I don't know if I can. I thought I was in for one of those, but I wasn't. I was so just like, oh, this is
That's
so
the
cool.
that's the vampire ballerina.
Vampire ballerina. And you hear that and you're like, what's this horse shit? And then you watch it and you're like, wait a minute. This is pretty cool.
They're throwing out
Oh,
some of the newer ones. Yeah, I
yeah.
need to watch that one too because I haven't watched that one.
And I really
But it
love the
looks
story to
interesting.
it. It's good.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm writing these down too, so then I don't forget to go back.
Like Maddie, like I'm so glad you talked me into watching Psycho last year for the first time.
Oh,
Oh,
I feel like I'm like 100 years late to the party, but I'm glad I finally watched it. But
the
oh.
original.
yeah, the original.
Yeah.
But I still can't decide if I like the first one or the second one best. It's a horse race, but
Neck and
I
neck.
like both.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Adam, read if you get a chance and you're bored, read the book Psycho.
Okay.
Because Norman Bates looks nothing like the movie Norman Bates. They describe the person and everything, and
Yeah.
nothing. And you will be amazed. And it's just a great read. I don't read all the time. I'm not one of those that, like my mom, she constantly has a book in her hand, which is cool. That's her thing, right? I like to escape by watching movies, and my mom escapes by reading books. But every once in a while, I'll read a really good book, and Psycho was one of them. And it's usually books that they turn into movies, or
Yeah.
I've seen the movie first, and then I read the book, and I'm like, oh my god, this is fantastic. But Audition is also now Audition's a thinner book, but that one's really good. If you've have you ever heard of Audition, Adam?
I have not.
That one's like this Japanese flick, and this girl, oh, something happened to her, so now she's not all there.
There. Yeah.
And woo, it's kind of, some parts are hard to watch, but you have to read it. I haven't found a dubbed one. I had to read the film, but the book is amazing. That was one of the first books I ever read where I'm telling the book, run, run, hurry up, you idiot, that kind of thing. So yeah.
Yeah, that movie was good.
Okay. I do. Um. Okay. I think I got the book. I think it is the book that I found for Psycho. Did I? Oh boy.
Misery was a good movie.
Yes.
That was crazy.
And that movie has the hurry up, get in your bed. And then
Yeah.
that damn penguins turned the wrong way, and oh,
And then they had that TV show with her younger self.
really?
Yeah. Let me see. What was it called? I was watching a little bit of it. Because I believe it was her younger self. Castle Rock. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Castle Rock had like a little thing on her.
Hmm.
Annie
I've
Wilkes.
seen I've seen that show up on like one of the Roku things, so I gotta check that out then.
Yeah, and it has Bill Skarsgård in it. Lizzie Kaplan plays Annie Wilkes. Yeah. It's just her
Oh.
younger version kind of thing. I watched a little bit of that, but then I kind of lost interest.
It didn't keep. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's those ones that start off strong and then it just kind of.
There's a lot of good B horror movies on Peacock right now. Yeah, that's where we got the Winnie the Pooh and Blood and Honey. Yeah. Talk about B movies. Yeah, we watched that one on Halloween. That was just that was something else.
But those are cool too when you can just laugh at them and be like, oh yeah, whatever, but it's great.
Yes. Yeah.
It's great, especially when you're with a bunch of people, man.
Yes. Yeah. And y'all are all eating and having a good time.
Yeah.
Drinking. Yeah. And watching that. And then watching Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the
It makes it
Pooh.
better.
Blood and honey.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just love scary movies, and I would love to be an actress in one. I think that would be a lot of fun to play
I think you could do it, dude.
play in the Scary Movie. Yeah. Anybody out there need somebody?
She's ready. She's
I was gonna
ready.
say,
I'm in DFW.
we will be doing something similar soon.
Yes, in
So,
October
18th.
18th and 19th, we'll be at the Jefferson Hotel, scaring the pants off of, travelers going across Jefferson to make their way down to Louisiana. I'm just kidding. I don't know where they're going. We're going to scare the pants off of them and participate in Jeremy's haunted house. And I think the theme, what is their theme?
Like a haunted hospital or something. I know we're supposed to have like doctors and nurses and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm trying to look to see. I'm looking at the historic Jefferson Hotel to see if because I know he's been posting it about there.
So you're going to be in it too, Adam? Ooh, what are you going to dress up as?
I still gotta get my costume.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you have time.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. But I know that they may have costumes too there as well. But I'm gonna have contacts in. I got my wig. I'm ready to go. I may get teeth. I may not get teeth. I don't know. Eddie Oh, that'd be cute. Adam as Eddie Monster. Yeah. But that's not scary. He has to be somebody scary. You know what? Here in Texas, we got the Munster Mansion where they do like a little dinner party kind of thing. You get a little tour of the
That's cool.
I forget where exactly it's at, but one of these days I'm gonna go there.
Do it and then tell us what's up.
Yeah, because they built it to like go with the whole theme, and they have props and all sorts of stuff. Scary version older. Okay, there we go. Eddie Munster
with
scary,
rabies.
Yeah, with rabies. Yeah. That's so funny. Because he's like, what is he, like a vampire, like a werewolf or something?
Werewolf, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but then you look at his parents. She cheated. Where yeah, like where did he come from? No.
Frankenstein and a witch. What was she? A witch or a vampire, right? She was a vampire.
I think she was like her dad's a vampire.
A vampire, right? Yeah.
He may be like a vampire, yeah. And then, of course, Frankenstein's monster, monster.
Mm-hmm.
And then so where did he
Oh.
Yeah. So that's how werewolves are born. Vampires and the monster. But no. But yeah, well, it's 9:51. I mean, I know, some of us got to work in the morning, and I know it's getting kind of late, but we appreciate you having you on, Maddy.
Thank you for having me. It was awesome.
And thanks everybody for y'all's comments and everything. I hope y'all enjoyed our craziness and our fun talk about scary movies and what we'll probably be watching during this Halloween season. There's so many out there, so many great ones. You guys are just naming off a bunch of good ones. What? They're going to be making an Underworld 6? Nuh-uh.
Whoa.
Nuh-uh.
There's that many already?
Wow. Yeah, that's another thing. They have that many already?
I knew about the first one.
Man, I think that lady's so pretty.
Yeah, I think I went up to in that tight Oof.
Yeah, I would want to.
I think I only went up to 3. I don't remember seeing past the third one.
Yeah,
But that what I saw was good.
Kate Beckinsale.
Mhm.
Ooh, wow! I didn't know that. How old is she? Is it with her or with somebody else? Her daughter. No. Yeah. I don't know. But that's craziness. But yeah, there's so many good scary movies. Put y'all's recommendations in the comments. I'm gonna be like, even after our live, I'll be like taking sticky notes because I need to catch up on some of these. I still haven't seen Beetlejuice yet, and I want to watch that.
I haven't seen it either, so I don't know what the verdict is on that yet.
Yeah, I do love Tim Burton, just like Sweeney Todd. I loved the outfits for Batman, all the characters. I just liked it. I thought it was pretty fun. It wasn't as serious as the comics. DC does it very dark, very serious.
Right. But
Um,
I like the way he made it look like Gotham. Like he made it look like
oh
the
yeah, it's very
comics. That was
yeah.
awesome.
I love his style, his unique style and darkness to that. Yeah, it's fun. 48. Yeah, man, you're just listing a whole bunch of good ones.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining.
Yeah,
Well,
for
Thank
sure. So,
you.
a lot of fun. Yeah.
yeah, and thanks, Maddie, for coming on again.
Thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Yay!
Thank you,
Good.
Maddy.
Well, we see y'all on our next show, and I believe that will be October 17th. So look forward to that Thursday. It's the third Thursday, first and third Thursday of every month. But we'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for joining and watching us and commenting. Keep commenting because I'll keep writing down stickies and taking notes of y'all suggestions. We'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.